All right. um, doing a sound check here. And I'm laughing with Katrina. um, but she can hear me, so that's great. And it's 4:30. So we are ready to go. This is Candlelight Yoga. We're going to use all the usual props today. A bolster, 2 blankets, 2 blocks, and a strap. I'm Lila. If you're new, welcome. We're going to start our practice today from a seat. You can let your hands rest on the knees. And then take a moment to consciously release any tension in your shoulders. And you may not be able to let it all go, but it's just that first layer. So whatever you can release, go ahead and release it. And then grow a little bit taller. Draw your head back slightly, situate your head right over your spine. And then gradually deepen your breath, directing the breath in and out through the nose. You can let your eyes blink open. So inhale with the arms, reach them over the head. Bring the palms together and push up. Lift up out of the side waist. Breathe in again. Exhale, twist to the right side. Belly soft. Inhale. And then exhale, unwind. Coming back center, sweep the arms up again. Interlace your hands the opposite way. And then press again. Lift up out of the side waist and open up the armpits. Another inhale. And then an exhale to twist to the left. And gently unwind from there. Come back center. Let's circle back with the shoulders now a few times. And then circle forwards. And then relax the shoulders, draw them straight up towards the ears, squeeze, contract the muscles in the upper back, the neck, squeeze and release. Inhale, lift, squeeze, hold, and exhale, release. One more time, inhale. And release. Take your right hand down, inhale the left arm. Open over to the side. Rotate and open up through the shoulder, peel the heart open, and then exhale, fold forward over the right knee. And walk your hands forward. Deep breath. Breathe into the side ribs and out. And then walk your hands back up. Left hand to the earth. Right arm reaches all the way over to the side. Big stretch. And then with an inhale, peel open. So it's an internal rotation with the lifted arm. And then a fold forward over the left knee. And then walk the hands forward. Deep breath. Walk the hands back in. All right, one more thing here. We're going to hold on to the knees, rotate in a circle. And then switch up direction, go the other way. And then bring yourself back to center. Bring your legs in together. Scoot yourself all the way up to the top of your mat. And place your feet about a hip distance apart. Sit up really tall. Take a breath in. And exhale, roll down, come all the way down onto the back. All the way down, draw both knees right into your chest. And then just rock a little bit from side to side. No rush. Know where you need to get to. Take your time. Allow yourself to be present in your practice here and now. And then we're going to release the feet down to the ground. Scoot up a little bit so I've got space. Take the legs out and then let the hips relax. Let your feet relax. And Shavasana. See how relaxed you can get at this point in your practice. So early on, we're learning the art of relaxation. Being able to consciously let go, give us more control over our emotional state, our stress. Can you relax at will just by deciding to relax? All right, from here, right knee comes in. You can grab and pull knee towards the armpit. Breathe in, squeeze the leg in. Breathe out, let the leg go. Switch. Deep breath in and out. Let it go. All right, reach the arms overhead, full body stretch. Push down through your heels. When I do that, my hips shift a little bit. The pelvis is going rocking from side to side. Push, push, and then let's bring both knees back into the chest together and drop them over to the right side. Simple twist. We've been using a blanket for this. If you want to grab it, you could grab it. Let's do that. I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to get the blankets, and I've got two, so I'm going to put them on either side of the body so they're ready. Okay, and then twisting to the right. Deep breath. Engage, draw the knees back to center. Inhale. Exhale, knees to the left. Twist. One more breath here. And as you exhale, you can draw your knees back into the center, right like that, and then release the feet down. We're going to cross the right ankle over the left thigh, flex the foot, thread the right arm through the legs, so grabbing the back of the hamstring or the shin. If this is too intense, you find that you're lifting your head like that, you maybe want to come to a wall. That'll give you a little, it won't be so close. So that's a great modification here. You want to be able to relax your head down to the earth. Breathe into your hip. I was playing laser tag with my kids last night, and I think I forgot for a minute how old I was. As I took off running like a 15-year-old, and my hip is really tight. I think I did something to my piriformis. All right, one more deep breath here. And let it go, and feet back down, and then we'll cross the left ankle over the right, thread the left arm through. Yeah, this side in particular. One more breath. And then release. Go ahead and let that go. Grab a strap. And let's start on the right side. Grab the ball of the right foot, extend the right leg up, straighten out the left leg, flex both feet. Breathe. Okay, gather your strap into the right hand, and then bend your left leg, and the left knee open out as the right leg moves out to the right side. Okay, from here, engaging the inner thighs, bring the legs back up, and then extend the left leg again, transfer your strap into the left hand. And then draw the leg over a few inches, pause and hold it right there. Keeping the right hip down. Breathe in. As you breathe out, take the leg further, twist. Any comfortable position for your head. Keep it neutral. You could turn your head to the right if you want. If your mind wanders, bring your attention back to your breath. Okay, and then guide the leg back up. From here, we're coming into a half happy baby. So I'm reaching for the outer edge of the foot. You can use your strap if you prefer and pull down, but we're working to get the lower leg from the ankle to the knee straight up and down, perpendicular to the earth. Pull down. You're drawing the knee towards the armpit or towards the earth beyond the armpit. One more breath. And then from here, we're going to come into an inverted pigeon. So right foot stays flexed and just grab it, hold on, keep it flexed and pull the leg in towards your chest, any amount. And maybe you're holding the foot. If you want, you can wrap both arms around the leg if that's available. Breathe in. As you breathe out, let it go. Okay. Other side. Take the ball of the left foot, extend the left leg. Extend the right leg out on the earth. Flex both feet, keep both legs engaged. And then gather both ends of your strap to the left hand. You can bend your right leg, let the right knee drop open, and let the left leg move out to the left side. Using my left elbow like a kickstand on a bicycle. Hovering the leg a few inches off the ground. One more deep breath in. As you exhale, engage your inner thighs and your core to draw the legs back up to center. Straighten out the right leg. Transfer your strap into your right hand. Keep your left hip down as you draw the leg over a few inches. Pause and hold. Just a couple breaths. And then transitioning on your exhale, take it further. Let your left hip lift, let your whole pelvis rotate. Let the outer edge of the right foot release all the way to the ground. Usually hover the leg. You can let it descend all the way to the ground if you want. And then any comfortable position for your head. Still drawing the breath down towards the belly. Belly's relaxed. One more breath in. As you exhale, bring the leg back up. And then we'll come into the half happy baby on this side. Let me gather this strap. Well, you can either just hold both ends of the strap and pull down, or you can reach for the outer edge of the foot. And draw the knee down towards the armpit or towards the earth beyond the armpit. And then keeping the left foot flexed, grab your flexed foot and draw it in towards your chest. Inverted pigeon. If you want, just for a moment, and it's available, you can wrap your arms around the leg. Breathe in. And then exhaling, gently release. And let your feet relax. Let your hips relax. If you need to, actually, you can bend your knees and pick the hips up and set them back down so you're back into a neutral spine. And then bring your awareness down to your feet. We'll take some rotations with the feet. So moving your feet, one foot clockwise, the other one counterclockwise. Try to make your circles as big as you can. So find your full range of movement. Which direction? And then flex your feet and curl the toes, squeeze, contract, and then let your feet relax again. Okay. From here, go ahead and bend your knees. I'm going to slide this out of the way so you can see me a little better. So feet about hip distance apart. You can bring your arms down alongside your body, turn your palms down. And then we're going to create a vinyasa. So we're connecting movement to breath. Take an inhale, tilt your pelvis forward. It arches the lower back. Your lower back should maybe be able to lift a little bit off the ground. And then exhaling, tuck the pelvis, engage the lower abdominal muscles. Draw up from the pelvic floor. And then as you inhale, relax the belly, tilt the pelvis forward. Exhaling, tuck and contract. Your lower back should press down into the mat. And then continue like that. So moving with your breath. So really small movement. Contracting and releasing your deep core muscles. And connecting your movement to your breath. And we're also starting to warm up the hips a little bit more. So you'll notice as you move that your pelvis is moving in relationship to your spine and to relationship to your lower back. And your pelvis is also moving in relationship to your femur bones. From here, we're going to add on to the movement. So I'll guide you again. And take an inhale, tilt your pelvis forward. As you exhale now, tuck, contract, roll all the way up the spine. Lift the hips all the way up into bridge. Take an inhale here. Exhaling, release back down. Try to lower down one vertebrae at a time. Articulate the spine on, well, your descent and your ascent. Inhale, tilt your pelvis forward. And then exhaling, tuck, contract, and again, roll up as much as possible. Breathe in at the top. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale, tilt your pelvis forward. Exhale, tuck, contract, roll all the way up. And this time, hold. Your arms can stay where they are, just pressing down with the length of both arms, or walk your shoulders underneath, interlace your hands, press down with the outer edges of the wrists. Your chest is moving towards your chin, but your chin is moving away from the chest to keep the neck long. Keep breathing. And one more breath here. And as you exhale, release the hips back down to the earth, and then bring both knees into your chest. You can take your hands and place them on top of your knees, and then take a few circles with your knees gently. Rotating. As you're doing this movement, you'll notice that you're also rocking around the outer edge of the pelvis. Like a bowl is rotating around, but you're not spilling the water out. A bowl of water. And switch direction. These gentle circular movements lubricate your joints. Okay, go ahead and release your feet back down. And then one more thing on the back here. You're going to take the wrist crease, both hands, and bring them right up into the hip crease. So you can spread your fingers open and then gently push down onto the legs. So that's pressure. Maybe creating a little bit of space in the hip joint, releasing the femur bone a little bit from the socket. And then go ahead and release it. Just relax, and then we'll do it one more time. Take a deep breath in and exhale and press and then release. Okay, and then bring both knees into your chest. Gently rock over to either side and press yourself to come up. Okay, we'll transition into child's pose. I'm going to use a blanket. So in this class, I really like to do all the little extra things that we can do to make the practice just that much more comfortable. So if you've got your blanket, you might want to use it too. Let's take the knees wide, bring your big toes in together so they're touching, and then walk your hands forward. Settle the hips back towards your feet. And breathing into the back now. You breathe to expand your back ribs, your side ribs. And then walk your hands over towards the right side. You can take your left hand and place it on top of the right hand. And then breathe into your side ribs. So the body in this shape, it just naturally produces some compression on the right side. And that's okay. Just going to breathe into whatever space is available. So especially that left outer rib zone, the intercostal muscles. Stay for another deep breath. Walk your hands back through center all the way over to the left. Take your right hand and place it on top of the left if you want. And then breathe into the right side ribs. Or whatever space is available. One more deep breath. And then walk your hands back to center. And then rock yourself up and we'll come into tabletop. Okay, shed a layer here. So tabletop, and I have you spread your fingers open. Stack your joints so shoulders are right over the wrists and the knees are right underneath the hips. And then claw the mat a few times. So you're pushing down with the finger pads. Just wake up the hands. And then you can back off on that. And now with an inhale, release your belly towards the earth, draw the heart forward. And exhale to round and push into the ground. Release your head. Move with your breath. Inhale to arch. You can gaze up, stretch your eyes, open up your throat. Exhale, round, let your eyes just relax. Keep going. Okay, from here, we're gonna keep your foundation set. So your hands and your knees stay where they are, and then open your movement up. So any movement you want that you can find. So you're exploring your range of movement. You can try taking some big circles around as you rock forward. You may feel that stretch through your wrists. You can also curl your toes and then drop back and stretch the soles of the feet. Really, any movement you want. I encourage you to try a barrel roll. It's a big sideways roll in either direction. Try it both ways. You can also try bending your arms, maybe one at a time. When I bend one arm, I get a really nice neck release here. Bend an arm and then let the head drop. And then eventually bring yourself back into a neutral position, back to tabletop. You're going to extend the right leg out here. Push out through the heel. And hold like this, or take the left arm forward, balance. I turn the palm towards the midline, and I like to gaze down. You can look forward if you want. I like to gaze down because it just feels like a better position for my neck. Keep the neck long, in line with the spine. Stay for one more breath. And then release. Extend your left leg, push out through the heel, balance. Maybe add the arm in or not. Keep breathing. One more breath. And release. All right, we're gonna come into downward dog. Just try to walk your hands forward, about one hand distance, and then lift your hips up and back. And then, actually, I'll leave the blanket there. Just walk your feet out. Some shifting the weight back and forth between the feet. And then take an inhale, come up onto your toes, like both heels at the same time, and exhaling, release the heels back and down towards the earth. It doesn't matter if they touch. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. One more time, inhale, lift, exhale, lower, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Bring your awareness to your hands, make sure you're pressing down into the base of each finger and thumb. Rotate your shoulders and your triceps externally, and let your head float so your ears are floating just between your arms. Feel your breath. Inhale, come forward, plank position. And then drop to your knees, shift back, child's pose. And then come on up to hands and knees. You can grab both blocks now. And step the right foot forward. So a little trick here. Possibly you want to drag your back leg forward a little bit to take the pressure off the knee. You can also push down with the top of the back foot. That'll take a little pressure off the knee. I've got the whole sole of the right foot down. Releasing the left hip flexor and the left psoas muscle. Deep hip muscle. It's the muscle of fight or flight. You want to just take your time here. When we're stressed, that muscle contracts. It's preparing us to fight or flee. I'm going to let that go. Okay, and then go ahead and just release that, and let's just step back and switch. Step the left foot forward. A little bit of pressure down with the top of the back foot, if that's helpful. And a little bit of I think of it as like dragging the back leg forward a little bit. May depend on your anatomy a little bit if that is effective, but helps me roll off of the top of the kneecap. So I'm a little bit more onto it's the very top of the knee, I guess, but directly off the patella. And then go ahead and step back and smooth the blocks for the moment and come back into a downward facing dog. Slide this out of the way. And inhale forward to plank and exhale all the way to the belly. You can drop to your knees first if you want. And then walk your hands wide. Tent your fingers, elbows lift. We're going to do some rolling cobras. So legs are strong and engaged. I'm pressing down with the tops of the feet here and trying to connect all 10 toes. Inhaling, lift any amount. Be mindful of your lower back. And exhale, lower back down. And inhale to lift. It doesn't have to be a lot. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. You might be here. And exhale down. Do that 2 more times. And release. And then slide your hands in towards your low ribs so you're now in a low cobra. We're going to lift from the base of the skull. Keep your head in line with your spine. And then lift your hands. And feel the engagement through your back. And then you can float your hands back down to the mat. And then press back to a child's pose. Okay, inhale, hands and knees. Exhale, downward dog. Walk your hands back to your feet. Take a forward fold. You can bend your knees a little bit. Grab onto the opposite elbows. Let your upper body relax. Could sway a little bit. Transferring the weight between your feet. And center yourself. And then roll up 1 vertebra at a time. Let your arms go. Let your head relax as you roll up. All the way up. And then we're gonna roll back down again. So you can roll your shoulders forward, drop your chin forward to your chest. Arms are totally relaxed. And then bend your knees as you roll down. When you meet the earth, we're gonna roll back up again. And sweep the arms up, inhale. Exhale, interlace your hands behind you. Draw your elbows in towards each other. Roll the shoulders open. You could stay like this if you want, or soften your knees again and fold forward and lift your arms. Okay, they may not come anywhere near where mine come. A lot of people are really tight. You might be back here. Our anatomies are different. Guide your hands back to your hips. Inhale, chair. Just for a moment. Breathe. And then rise and lower the arms. All right, I'm gonna turn and face you. Okay. So feet about hip distance apart, a little bit wider. Okay, we're a little bit more like a martial arts stance. And then bend your knees a little bit, let your tail drop. And then arms totally relaxed. And then we'll twist from side to side. So this practice comes from Tai Chi. And in Tai Chi, the arms are totally relaxed and they like just make contact with the body. This, like if you prefer and you want to keep them up a little higher, you can do it that way too. I don't know. On different days, I do it different ways. And it rhymes. And then we're going to slow the movement down. Bring it back to center. And then all that moving energy, gather it back in to the center. So draw your hands into your heart. Okay. Step the feet in together. So big toes are touching. Leave a little space between your heels. Coming into Tadasana. So you can look down at your feet for a moment and then lift the toes and spread them open. And then relax your toes back down. Engage your quadricep muscles, lifting the kneecaps. And then let your eyes close for a moment. You may notice that your weight moves around a little bit, shifts. And that's natural. Body's constantly seeking equilibrium. Relax your face. Connect to the sensation of your whole body. Okay, let your eyes blink open. And then let's sweep the arms up. Palms together and exhale, forward fold. Ooh, that's where I feel the laser tag. Must be something going on with my hamstring too. All right, grab one of your blocks and then from the forward fold, we're gonna twist. So you can bring your block out in front, maybe about a foot in front of you. And I like to bring it to the center line and then place your right hand Bend your right knee and inhale, sweep the left arm up. Okay, it doesn't matter. You can have both knees bent. You just want to get a deeper bend in the right knee. Any position for your head that feels comfortable. I'm looking up. You might prefer to look straight ahead or down. Breathe in. Breathe out, forward fold, and then switch. Left hand, bend the left knee. Sweep the right arm up. Any comfortable position for your head. And breathe in. And breathing out, forward fold. And then grab the block and bring it up on its highest height and place your hands onto it and then push into it. Push into it. You can have a soft bend in your knees if you want. And use the action of your arms to engage your core. Draw your navel in towards your spine and then lengthen. Lengthen from your tail all the way out through the crown of the head. Breathe in. And breathing out, forward fold. You can move your block out of the way. Walk your hands back out to downward dog. Inhale forward to plank and exhale to the earth with control. You can always transition through your knees. Inhale, cobra. Exhale down. Inhale, cobra again, or an upward dog if you want it. Press into the palms, maybe lifting your hips all the way off the earth. And then exhale back, downward dog. And then release child's pose. Knees together or apart. Arms can reach forward, or you could bring your hands back towards your feet. Enjoy your breath. Great, and then go ahead and come on up from there. Have you grab your blocks again and bring them right out in front. Place them about shoulder width apart, and then we're going to bring the forearms onto the blocks. Try to center your elbows so that you're not dropping your elbows off the edge of the block. And then slide your knees further back and bring the palms in together. And then we're going to release the heart towards the earth. You want your hips over your knees, so you're not in a child's pose. Hips are over the knees here. And then from here, if you want, you can bend your arms. Bring your hands back towards your upper back. Breathe. Opening up the chest, triceps. And then straighten the arms out and go ahead and come on up from there. All right. So from here, we're going to come into our first restorative posture. So I like to open up one of my blankets and lay it down at this point. You don't have to do that, but again, it's just little extra steps to take care and make the practice as comfortable as possible. Okay, so from here, we're gonna come into a seat, extend the legs forward. You wanna scoot forward so you've got space behind you, grab both blocks. We're coming into a restorative fish. So first block is going to go underneath the shoulder blades, but low on the shoulder blades. So it's about where a bra strap would be. It's not on your lower back, and it's not high on the shoulder blades. It's right in between. And then second block underneath the head. And if you're really open, you might not need the block. If it's not high enough, you could turn the block up to a higher height. Whatever feels right for you. And then any comfortable position for your arms. You can have them in Shavasana arms like this. I like to bring my arms overhead or into cactus arms. And then release onto the support of the blocks. Let tension go from the face. Release tension behind the eyes. Relax your jaw. Stay here for a couple more deep breaths. Draw your breath more deeply as you prepare to transition. And then as you're ready, you can press yourself to come up. And then I'm going to have you just get rid of the blocks. Move them out of the way and come right back down onto your back. So just taking a moment now to integrate the last posture. You may notice residual sensation in your upper back. And then draw both knees into your chest. So you get a counter pose to that restorative posture. So just gently draw the legs in. You can rock a little bit from side to side if that feels good. And take your time. All right, from here, we're going to roll over to one side and press yourself to come up again. And then we'll transition to, let's come into pigeon. Okay, so you might want support for this. If you do, I would suggest a long fold with your second blanket. You can bring it over to the right side of your mat and then it'll be ready for you. And we'll come to hands and knees. From here, we're gonna slide the right leg forward. So bring the right knee behind the right wrist, square your hips off. Extend the left leg back a little further. You might take this blanket and slide it underneath here if you would like. Breathe in, breathe out, forward fold. Another deep breath here. And then walk your hands in and press yourself up and then slide your leg back. And then if you would like, you could take some extra movement here. I like to swing the leg out a couple times. You can also rotate through the hip. And then we're going to make our way to the other side. So when you come forward, when you bring this left leg forward, try to bring your left knee behind the left wrist rather than having it in the center, if at all possible. So your hips are more squared off. And then slide the right leg further back.